Wemby's
There's just no one.
Wemby's gonna start just like catching the ball out of the air, like Nerf hoop style. Like he's already blocking shots Nerf hoop style, but he's just gonna give me that.
He needs to start catching the ball more. Like that's an unlock for him. Like he just needs to start catching.
If he starts catching the ball out of the air and just going coast to coast, wrap this league up, ban him from the league because it'll just be too easy for him. This is gonna sound like so much hate, and I swear it's not. I want your conference finals, NBA finals. We'll start with you, Brandon.
Ooh. All right. So, man. All right. So conference finals. I'm going to go with the West first.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm going to take the Thunder.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Thunder and the Golden State Warriors.
Ooh. Okay.
I love Golden State. Like, I think Golden State I think they have enough this year. Like, I really do. Like, I think they have enough to beat Denver. I think they have enough to beat Memphis, Minnesota. Like, I think San Antonio might need one more year. As much as I want to pick them, I think they might need one more year.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, West, I'm going OKC, Golden State. And for the East, I'm between 3 or 4 teams here. I'm definitely putting the Knicks in there.
Okay.
I think the Knicks will make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm between the Cavs, the Magic, and the Pistons. I can make a case for all 3 of them. Okay?
What's your heart say? What's your head say?
My head says the Cavs,
okay,
but because I know how the Cavs are in the playoffs, my heart says the Detroit Pistons.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say the Magic.
This was like...
Okay.
I love the Magic, but like...
Pistons.
I don't know, it's difficult because like the Pistons are going to get Jaden Ivey back at some point. Like when they get Jaden Ivey back, like that's a huge boost. Like they're already good. They're actually beating the Rockets right now. Last time I checked.
71-69. They're up. They're tied now 71-71 with the Rockets. Asur Thompson has 15, while Amen Thompson only has 4. KD has 20 though.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs. I'm gonna go with the Cavs because I think on paper they have the most, even though I don't really trust the Cavs at all. For my finals, I'm taking the Thunder to get back.
Okay.
And now that I'm thinking about it, it's always possible to break a chain of events. Okay. I love the Knicks, but I think when it comes down to a 7-game series with the Cavs, a healthy Cavs team, if the Cavaliers get to that point, like I said, I don't have 100% confidence in this. I think that I think the Cavs are probably the top team in the East. I just want to see them break this playoff chain. I think the Cavs have everything that you need on paper to win. Like, they have guard play, they have bigs, they have wings, like they have depth. Like, truth be told, I don't think Darius Garland's going to be on this team all year. I think they trade Darius Garland.
Actually,
I think if you want to
actually have breaking news, they are a second apron team. This is their team. They can make no trades.
Okay, all right, never mind then. All right, Darius Garland's staying. I could have seen that being a move. I'm going to take the Thunder and Cavs. I think the Cavs just have more than the Knicks. I don't feel great about it, but I don't really feel great about picking any of the other teams that I like at this point in time.
Okay. Hold it right there. Keenan, you give me your conference finals on each side.
So I'm going to go Eastern Conference first. I got the New York Knicks, and I've actually got the Indiana Pacers.
Wow.
I think the
Pacers
get back.
Wow.
I think the Pacers get back to the conference finals. I think that they can beat the Bucks. I do not trust the Cavaliers. And then the Orlando Magic, I also think the Magic would be another interesting one, but it just all depends on matchups and where it comes down to it. I do think that the Pacers and Knicks face off again for the 3rd straight year. And this time, the Knicks get the best of the Pacers, and the Knicks get to the conference or to the NBA Finals, the Pacers are going to do exactly what the Indiana Fever did, which is take a team that we did not expect to get there with the Caitlin Clark injury and get them to the deciding game in overtime against Asia Wilson and the Aces, which was a crazy game, by the way. I actually listened to Kelsey Mitchell on Sue Bird's podcast today. It was actually really nice to hear her talking about like that whole scene. And then I've got OKC, and I got 4 teams I'm cycling through. And I hope I'm wrong by this, but I got Denver. I was thinking Warriors. I think that this could be like their last true run now that they have a full year.
You hope you're wrong
full
about
year
Denver?
ahead of them. I hope I'm wrong because I mean, I would love for the Spurs to get to the finals, and I would love for Steph to get a 5th ring. So those are the 2 teams, and I truly think that OKC, if they're gonna lose, it will be in the conference finals again. It won't be in the first or second round. So, like, unless they see Houston early, but that's the thing about the West is like it's so matchup dependent. But I got OKC in Denver. And then I do have OKC winning that series. I just think that they're the depth there is too much, but they could definitely lose. I actually think last year I had Denver over Oklahoma City. That was the only team that I had that had the chance to get them, and then obviously they didn't. And then I had the Pacers as well. Actually, I can't say that. And then I had the Pacers, and that's it. And Pacers would have had it if Halliburton stays healthy. But
yeah.
I think this year for Oklahoma City, they're going to have a lot of series where they could go down. Like if they see Dallas round 1 with a Kyrie, AD, and Cooper flag, and then they have to see like Houston or Golden State in round 2, then Denver or whomever in round 3, or San Antonio in round 2, to then Denver in round 3. Like that's going to be a rough road. Whoever comes out of the West is going to be battle tested, and it might give the Eastern Conference participant a chance to really win, because you could have a 3 straight slugs of series, and then the Knicks could get rid of 2 of them in 5, depending on who it is, and then hope and see what the conference finals looks like. But I got OKC New York. Brandon has OKC Cleveland, and Kyle has what?
I see no way around it. I'm gonna have some fairly chalk conference finals in both the East and the West. Eastern Conference, I'm going to have the Knicks and the Cavs. I see no way around it. Keen, I actually think you're bugging straight up, like with the Pacers, like because you said and you and Brandon both said this. You guys said you don't really trust the Cavs. Then Brandon actually picked them to go to the finals. Thing with the Cavs, they got injured last year. They didn't like choke. Like Mobley was hurt, Garland was hurt. Like they didn't have their guys. This is a super weak East. They really just got to win. They're going to be in the second round by default. They really got to win 1 series just to make the conference finals. And I think they can do that all healthy. They're injured like last year. All bets are off, sure. But they were what were they, 64 win team last year?
63, I think.
Something like that.
That's a team. That they should have been in the conference finals last year, and probably would have been the conference finals last year had they been healthy. Of course,
I don't know about that one.
Well, hey, I mean, yeah. What was the series with Indiana? How many games?
4-1.
4-1. So they got 5 games without their guys, and it was a competitive series. That series goes to 7 if you're telling me Indy wins. Like, I don't think Indy just gets them out of there, all guys healthy. Again,
well, no, I don't think it just get them out of there, but I mean, they did take that Indy team did take Oklahoma City to 7, and they were on one of those runs. I think that they could have still beaten the Cavs regardless of if the Cavs were healthy or not. But you're right, they have a chance. I'm not trying to make it seem like the Cavs are bad. The Cavs are not a bad team by any means.
Sure. No, but I mean, if you're telling me the Pacers without Halliburton are going to be a 63-win Cavs team, all healthy, I can't see that. So I got the Cavs and the Knicks. Western Conference, this is going to be chalk, but again, I see no way around it. We all have the Thunder there. I'm putting the Nuggets in there too. This is the best team Jokic has ever played on. This team, as you said, Keenan, went to 7 with the Thunder last year. Injured Aaron Gordon, couldn't even move in Game 7. If this is the Aaron Gordon we're getting, who's putting 55 up and is now just a complete knockdown shooter, and he's going to be an all-star this year on top of the bench, on top of everything, I mean, they could be a problem for everybody. I mean, they were already this team can now defend. and playoff. They were already elite offensively. Jamal Murray's not afraid of anybody. I mean, they could absolutely upend the Thunder.
100%.
I can't see any way around it. And if there was a third team that would edge out one of these two teams that could sneak into the conference finals for me, it would be the Houston Rockets. So they would truly be my third team. Spurs being my sleeper of all sleepers. But I think those are the top two. Like, I think those are the two best teams in the league, to be honest with you. It's Thunder, Nuggets.
And then, like, I think the teams that I have, it's Golden State, Houston, Denver, OKC for the 4 best right now to me. Then the Spurs are a sleeper, and then just the boring old Minnesota Timberwolves who have been in the 2 last Western Conference.
I don't think
finals.
They're boring though. I like them.
No, I wasn't. I was more so being facetious because like we haven't really mentioned them at all within this championship realm, and they've been one of the final 4 teams for the last 2 seasons. That's why I'd say the boring old, but they're not actually boring at all. They did lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which is a bigger loss. They did keep Naz Reid. We'll see how their young players from last year can develop and help on this roster too. So the Minnesota Timberwolves are just going to be a team that plays well. And if Ant does take a little bit more of a step, then they're live as anybody because they have the defensive prowess and they have that superstar that can match another superstar on any given night. So,
all right.
We just didn't really talk about them all that much. So I was like, the boring old Minnesota Conference Finals Timberwolves.
If there would be one
boring team,
if there would be one team out of the East to really kick the Knicks or the Cavs out and sneak in, gun to my head, I'd probably pick the Magic out of the rest of the teams.
Fair. That's fair. That's very fair.
Petty, Finals and NBA champion.
I'm going.
Wait, did you pick Denver over Oklahoma City to get to the finals?
No. I picked
no. Kyle.
OKC.
We just did our conference finals.
Sorry, we both have our finals here. So
did y'all? Sure. I didn't even know. So, y'all did?
Yeah,
oh,
no,
we did our
he had OKC versus
Knicks.
Cleveland. I had
Nuggets Knicks. Give me the Nuggets.
Yes, Denver. Okay. Sorry, because I have the OKC Knicks, and then he had OKC in Cleveland, and Kyle has Denver and the Knicks.
Both 7-game classics in the conference finals.
Yeah, love it. We don't get many of those anymore.
No.
Seemingly.
Not very many. All right, so I guess I'm picking finals winner and finals MVP.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to go OKC. I do think OKC repeats this year.
Okay.
Regardless of who they play, I do think they repeat. I think they have everything necessary to repeat as long as they stay healthy. Their depth is insane. Like Keenan said earlier, AJ Mitchell dropped, 26 points the other night? Like last year, he was a reserve for them. Mm-hmm. So like now you're talking, and this is without Topic back too.
And then
he's going to be out for
Thomas Sorber next year.
Yeah, like they could run 12, 13 deep if they wanted to. Like they have guys like AJ Mitchell probably is a 6th or 7th man on a lot of rosters.
Yeah.
I think they run super deep. It looks like Chet might be kind of taking that step forward that we were all hoping for. If that's the case, I think that makes them even more dangerous. I think Jalen Williams can obviously take a step forward himself. I do think this is a 7-game series. If we're talking OKC Cleveland, I think Cleveland has enough. I think Cleveland matches up well with OKC. I think they match up with size. I think they match up with defense on defense, shooting, all that good stuff. I just think OKC has too much. Like I look at teams around the league, like I think OKC top to bottom has the best roster. And quite frankly, it's not even close. Like they're the formulation of this roster through draft picks and trades and just everything is just perfect by Sam Presti. Couldn't have done any better, honestly. I just think OKC has too much. And for finals MVP, it's probably going to be Shea. I'm actually going to pick Jalen Williams for my finals MVP.
He was almost a sneaky winner last year. Like he had some big games, big moments.
He was close.
Shea deserved it, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, but you could have made a case for him last year. I do think maybe teams defensively will kind of play Shea maybe a little different than what they did last year in the playoffs. How they do that, I don't know. But I do think I could see Jalen averaging 27, 28 with ease and winning.
Keen, what you got?
Okay. Me, I've got Oklahoma City beating the Knicks. I think that'd be about a 6-game series. I got Shea being the MVP of the finals. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm not even wanting to have OKC in the conference finals because of the fact that we haven't had a repeat champion since Durant and Steph, and that we haven't had a repeat even get out of the second round since Durant and Steph. So that's part of me is wanting to either make that Golden State or Houston, but I'm going to stick with it. If there is going to be a roster to do it, should be this OKC roster. But we did say that last year about the Boston Celtics because the Boston Celtics had Jason Tatum. They had Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, and no depth. Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. So you should, but I'm going to stick with it. OKC over New York, Shea MVP, 6-game series.
I'm going Nuggets over the Knicks. I think this is ring number 2 for Jokic. I mean, you guys correctly are talking about the depth that OKC has. I think the Nuggets can combat it with they go legitimately 9 deep.
Yes.
And gun to my head, I love SGA. SGA is one of my favorite players in the league. But gun to my head, man, what do you do with Jokic? He just does so much for the team. Like we just said about
put Alex Caruso on him.
I guess so, right?
I mean, last
honestly, yeah.
Put Alex Caruso on him.
fair
Jokic
play.
Stopper himself.
Fair play. But for real, 7 games of Jokic. I mean, we just saw it last year with a lesser Nuggets team. I can't imagine over 7 games that just doesn't wear the Thunder down. I know their perimeter defense is there. You add Cam Johnson, who I think is a lateral move from MPJ. I think it makes sense for them more long-term. I actually think MPJ is probably a more talented player. But Cam Johnson's probably just as good of a shooter, probably a little better of a defender. The depth here,
he fits within their rotation, what they need more. But I do think Michael Porter Jr., like if you're saying in a vacuum player for player, I think Porter has a little more upside.
You give me the combo of Cam Johnson, Christian Brown, and Aaron Gordon defensively, you can kind of win with that against OKC. And then I just think they're the better team against the Knicks. I mean, who knows? We'll see. Maybe the Knicks just take another leap. I mean, we saw Towns make strides as a player last year. Bronson's obviously their 1A. So it's his city. I don't think I'm with y'all. I don't think if it's OKC, if it's the Nuggets, I don't think the Knicks could actually do it. Push came to shove. I do think they could get 6 or 7 games. I think they could push it. But ultimately, I do think the champion comes out of the West this year. Gun to my head, I'm taking the Denver Nuggets.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think that
Cleveland's a better matchup for all these teams. Which is
the better matchups. Cleveland's the better matchup for these teams when you're just talking player for player matchups.
They very well could do it. I mean, most people thought Cleveland was making the finals last year and thought they were just straight up better than the Knicks last year, and we ended up with the Pacers there. So, Cavs stay healthy. All things told, they could match up. Like Brandon said, they could match up well with the Thunder, honestly.
Well, yeah, because they actually have the size to combat the size of the Thunder. It's interesting. I'm super interested with how the Western Conference is going to shape up, and then I'm also interested in how the East is going to shape up because you might, as Kyle you said, there's a world you might just get Giannis saying, "Hey, I'm better than everybody else in the East by a mile."
I think the Bucks will be heard of. And real quick, the reason why I like OKC so much, what I think they have over everyone else, is their perimeter defense, and I kind of think that's why I give the Nuggets the edge, is because that game's going to be played inside out for them. So, as long as you can get Jokic to feast, I don't really like their big man depth in Denver. Aside, Chet and Isaiah, cool, but Jokic can barbecue chicken that, and Jokic can get you in foul trouble quick. So that's what I'm going with.
The West can the West is all. I mean, it's always matchup dependent, but a lot of the like in the East, a lot of it's going to be you do have more talent on teams than others. The West is going to be so matchup dependent because a Nuggets team, if they see a Spurs team in the first round, Cornet and Wemby can combat Jokic.
Wemby, oh.
And then they do have the athletic perimeter of Harper and Castle to handle Jamal Murray. So, like, them in the first round, or Houston, Steven Adams and Alperen Şengün to go along with Jabari Smith. And they just have so much. It's really going to be so much matchup dependent in the West, and that's where it's going to be a chess match, and it's going to be some of the best basketball we've seen. Golly, Harper.
It feels like it's going to be a special season.
It really does. It really does. I said this to you before,
What
Kyle.
You got, Petty?
I haven't got. Oh, the Miami 137-92. They have like seven. I have 7 or 8 players who have like 12 plus. But I did say this to you before, Kyle. My last comment on basketball. Last time I got this feeling from a player was Steph in 15-16 with Wemby. We might be seeing one of the best seasons we've ever seen from a guy without what he's doing. It's going to be a nightly thing where you're like, 25, 10, and 8 blocks on 11 and 19. Okay. And 7 minutes left in the game. Okay. So like it's getting there.
Boom. And then so we'll put this in right after our conference finals and finals.
Yes, and then I will.
All right, fellas. Cool. Speed round, all right? I didn't write these down perfectly. I actually was able to do these. Shouts to the Hype is Real podcast. I did 4 major awards last night because we gave them out. So but we'll do a speed round of this. Keenan, we'll start with you. Clutch Player of the Year. I hate this award, but what do you think about it?
Clutch Player of the Year. So I think it's going to go to a guy who's going to be in a lot of clutch situations. So like a couple years ago, Steph won it. Whether you feel like he's the most clutch player in the league or not, he was put in so many close games. De'Aaron Fox won it, put in so many close games. I think this year it's going to be Luka Doncic, because Luka is going to be in a lot of close games, and it doesn't always come down to you being the victor of all of those games. It comes down to how you play. I think Luka's going to make some crazy plays down the stretch. I got Luka Doncic as my Clutch Player of the Year.
All right. I'm also going to go with the guy that is going to be in a lot of those situations. Another young superstar, if you will. I'm actually going to go with Anthony Edwards.
I like that pick.
I like that too.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be in a lot of those situations where it's kind of ball in his hands, maybe last shot. I think more often than not, he's going to convert it. So I'm going to take Anthony Edwards here. Roll with my boy up in Minnesota.
I'm actually going to go with SGA. I think the Thunder will be in a number of close games this year, as we've already seen through 2 games. He might even be your leader through 2 games for Clutch Player of the Year. When you've got that bullseye on your back, and as we've gone through, like, the West alone is just talented. Like, they'll probably mop up against the East, but these Western Conference games, they're going to be tough, and I think they'll be close.
Mm-hmm.
I think SGA ultimately gets the award, or would be my pick anyway. Let's do most improved. Brandon Petty, who's your most improved player for the 2026 NBA campaign?
Oh man,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's definitely tough because you can go a lot of directions with this. No, I don't. I'm going to go with. I have a good pick here. I don't know if he necessarily fits the criteria. I think he does. But I think that he's just so good that, like, I think the sky's the limit for this guy. And I'm actually going to go with Amen Thompson.
Perfect pick.
I think if he has a 20-plus point per game year with just like elite level defense, I think he'd be clear cut for this award. And I think he could easily do that. I think he could come out and put up 22 points a night. Talked about it last season. I mean, he was scoring just basically off of athleticism. like just purely athleticism. So if he develops a shot, then I think it's wraps, quite frankly.
Kyle, am I good to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't sure if you had a comment off that. So me and you have two ways we see this award. How everyone else sees the award and how we see the award. This award a lot of the time goes to the person who gets like an uptick in minutes, and you put them into a situation like a guy, maybe this year like a Nikhil Alexander Walker is going to get more minutes in Atlanta. So with him getting more minutes, you're going to see his points per game go from whatever it was to bumping up a lot, and those are the guys who typically win it. Me, on the other hand, I'm going with Victor Wembanyama because because when I think of most improved player, I think of a person who was here and then went to here. The same way Steph off of 14-15 to 15-16, he went from here to here. And you watched and you're like, my Lord, he improved massively. So I think I'm going to pick Victor Wembanyama to be the most improved. He probably won't win the award. Amen Thompson is actually a really good choice for that because I think he also will have the eye test of he really did improve, plus the numbers where you look and you're like, wow, okay, he really stepped up this year. So I have Wemby.
Great picks, both of you. I was actually leaning towards Amen Thompson. I actually think Amen, I think his scoring is going to be roughly the same. I actually think he's going to kind of cap out at like 15. But I think it's his other stats that'll improve. His assists, his steals, his rebounds. I think that goes up, and I think his defense will be recognized. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see him and his brother make first team All NBA. Actually, wouldn't be mad at
this year.
First team All Defense. My bad.
Okay, I was like, damn, first team All NBA.
15 points a game, first team All NBA. No,
I was gonna say, Kyle.
Amen Thompson for sure. One day, yes.
Yeah, for sure. He has that ceiling.
I think both him and his brother right now, along with Wemby, obviously, but all three at such a young age, I think they're three of the best defenders in the league. I wouldn't be mad at anyone picking Amen or Osor for most improved. I was thinking about them. I'm actually gonna go with this. It's kind of a nasty pick. It's not really nasty, actually, but it's just like kind of boring. I think this player actually should have won it last year, and I think his stats are going to maintain. This is more in the second half for him. I think they're going to maintain, but I don't think he's going to get the recognitions. But Denny Advia, he was playing damn near like an all-star the second half of the year last year. If he does a full season of that, he's kind of got to be in recognition for it, and I think he would have deserved it last year. I think he should deserve it this year if that remains the case. But Victor, Amen, Asar, whoever else that gets an uptick in minutes, or whoever else is a young player who maybe improves, someone like Jaden Ivey, if he had an all-star level season, that's someone who would win it. They would be probably ahead of him. But I'm going to go with Denny Advia because I think he should have won last year, and I think he will continue the stretch he was on the second half of the year. Want to do Coach of the Year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who y'all got?
Brandon, you go?
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'm gonna go with Ime Udoka.
Like it.
I think
like it a lot.
I think the Rockets, obviously, we're anticipating them being one of the best teams in the NBA this year. I think there's a world where it turns out they win 60+ games, and just because they're so good, he wins the award.
Okay, I've been debating. Mitch Johnson's a solid choice, but to be quite honest with, I know I'm not going with it. Mitch Johnson's a solid choice. Ime is a solid choice, but I'm gonna go with Mike Dagnall. I think it's just gonna be to a point where.
What's the win total?
I think they're going 64.
You got to give me 68.
Be around.
Go all the way in.
I could see him hitting 70.
70.
See, I'm gonna go. I've got Mike Dagnall. I do not know exactly what they're going to go. Did I say Mike Dagnall?
What they win last year? Were they at 60?
They were 68-14 last year.
You're saying they're going 4 less and he's getting the award? I can't see that. I think they got to go 70 for him to win, or 68.
I've got then they're going 68. I got him winning the award.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why I said Mike. Like who is Mike?
Mike NFL.
If you told me that was his name, I'd believe it too.
Who is Mike?
Off of that, Keen, like you, I also thought about the Spurs coach. Like, it would make sense if we all have them as a sleeper. That means like they would probably be a 4 or 5 seed, and that means their win total would go up dramatically. But I also think they'd be like, all right, that was definitely because of Wemby and not because of coaching. So I'm actually going to go with Mike Brown, who has won this award, I believe, with Sacramento. He definitely won it with Cleveland. So this would be his 3rd different team he won it for. I will have the Knicks as the 1 seed in the East. And if that means like 60-plus games, I think Mike Brown would get it. And you know how people love giving awards to major markets, especially the Knicks. So I'm going to go with Mike Brown. Let's go on to 6th man of the year. Petty, who you got?
This is another tough one, because there's 4 or 5 people that I'm thinking of right now. I don't think he qualifies as a 6th man, does he?
Can you?
I was gonna say Christian Braun, but I don't think
He's starting.
No, he's going to be starting.
Yeah. I was about to say he starts at 2 guard.
Keen, if you got one, we can go back to Petty if you want.
Yeah, if you have one, Keenan, then
I can give you one.
thinking.
This one's going to be a little bit of a surprise, and that is okay.
Let's hear it.
But I'm going to go, I don't think he is starting. Correct me if I'm wrong. DeAndre Hunter?
He does.
He does start now? Okay.
He starts at small forward, yeah.
He does start, okay. 6th man of the year is always difficult for me. It's always the one where I look and I think, and I'm not 100% sure, because rosters change and people change and things change. So
I do have another.
You go, and I'll
go,
or Kyle, if you have one, you go. Because 6th man is the one that always gets me.
I'm debating between 2. It seems like it would be Jordan Clarkson's to lose. Him being the 6th man with the Knicks. But you know who I really want to give it to? Who should have got it last year? Because Peyton Pritchard won it last year, right?
Yeah.
I want to give it to Naz Reid.
N to the A to the Z.
I want to give it to Naz Reid. So for me, it's either Naz or Jordan Clarkson. Gun to my head, though.
Naz Reid.
I'm going to Naz Reid's my favorite 6th man. I'm going to give it to Clarkson, though, because that's who I was going to give it to the entire time.
I'm going to steal it with Naz Reid's mine.
Perfect.
That makes too much sense.
Big jelly.
All right, since y'all took those 2, I'm just going to go Tari Eason. I think he could come in and put up numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if he averaged 12, 8, and 3 a game off the bench. I don't know if that's good enough. I mean, double wise, like if you're averaging damn near double, I would think you'd have a pretty good.
I'd put Anthony Simons up there too, but there's a chance, if any one of the Derek White or Peyton Pritchard's out, he could end up starting a good amount of games.
Jared McCain could be a sneaky good one. Like if he actually comes off the bench behind Maxey and VJ Edge.
That's a great one. Because he was putting up numbers last year. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I like that. We got a lot of quality with 6 man. I'm going to roll with Clarkson, though. Oh, shit. What we got? I think we just got the main one.
Okay, it's defensive player of the year, Victor Wembanyama. Can we just say all of it? Yeah,
cool.
Wemby. Next.
Bam Adebayo.
Rookie of the year?
I said last year, real quick, last night when we did our awards, I said just put me down for Victor for the next 10 years. Really the only person I could see the only 2 players I could see competing, maybe 3. The Thompson twins and Cooper Flagg, they will be the only ones I think who can even come close to stealing this award from them.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that, because even like someone there's just no one.
There's
just no one.
Wemby's gonna start just like catching the ball out of the air like Nerf hoop style. Like he's already blocking shots Nerf hoop style, but he's just gonna give me that.
He needs to start catching the ball more. Like that's an unlock for him. Like he just needs to start catching.
If he starts catching the ball out of the air and just going coast to coast, wrap this league up, ban him from the league because it'll just be too easy for him. Just
ban
ban
him?
Wemby from the league.
Just
If
make
he
him
starts
go overseas.
if he starts catch blocking and going coast to coast,
Damn.
just end this.
Just make him
league.
go overseas.
Because he'll break Bill Russell's record if that's the case. He will end his career with 12 rings if he starts catch blocking and going coast to coast. Rookie of the year.
As much as I would love to go. I'm gonna go Cooper Flag, even though VJ Edgecombe it could have himself a year. Trey Johnson could have himself a year. I don't think Dylan Harper's gonna play enough minutes to be in that conversation. I've got Cooper Flag. I know that's chalk, but I'm okay with it.
Harper's right in that rotation though. What you mean?
He's not. He's gonna play 20 to 22 minutes a game, especially when De'Aaron Fox comes back.
I think he'll be even higher than that. I can see him being 25 plus. He's going to be right in that.
I don't see him playing over Fox or Castle a lot.
25 maybe.
I don't know how you're going to.
I just don't think he's going to get.
I don't know how you're going to be able to keep that offense off the court. He can spot up and he can play off.
I don't think you can. No,
you're right, and I just. When you have De'Aaron Fox, when you have Wemby, when you have Devin Vassell, when you have Stephon Castle, he sometimes is just going to be lost when it comes to. I think his impact on winning is going to be super high. I just think that his impact when it comes to those numbers, when Cooper Flag has to be the second best player on his team right now, and on some nights the best player on his team, that those numbers are just going to go up. So I think that Flag's going to just have better opportunity.
Fair enough.
Speaking of Flags, so Dallas is losing 91-78 to the Wizards with 11:40 left. Cooper Flag is 3 of 9, 1 of 3, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists.
VJ Edgecombe, Rookie of the Year. My bad. After game 2, my bad. I didn't mean to.
I'm gonna go anti-chalk here.
He's going.
I think Cooper Flag. No, much as I love Ace Bailey, I'm going Walter Clayton Jr. No, I'm not.
Walt Lake City.
I actually think it'll be VJ Edgecombe. Like I think there's a path where he averages 20 points a game this year. I would say no less than 18, honestly, because he's gonna. And I can sell you on that. I can give you the whole sales pitch real quick. He's gonna play 30. He's gonna play 30 plus minutes a game. Okay. He's going to be on what we think is going to be probably a bad Philly team, because I think we all agree that Joel Embiid's probably washed at this point. He's going to have to take a shit ton of shots. Okay, he's going to be playing off of Tyrese Maxey.
I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'll explain why I'm laughing. Keep going.
I think VJ is going to have to chuck up 15 to 20 shots a game. And I think they want him to do that, and I think he's good enough to get his own shot. I think he beats out Cooper Flag, but I think he does it purely based off of just scoring and good defense, because he's going to play elite defense too, because he's a hell of a defender.
I am going chalk. I am going Cooper Flag. I do think if he were to lose out, it would be to Edgecombe, or Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. I think those are going to be the core 4. I do think once Flag gets the rhythm of this league of playing against elite talent, I mean, we saw it in preseason, we saw it in summer league. Like, he is just wise beyond his years. Especially once that team really does become a playoff team and he's just like fitting in the mold, it's going to be hard to keep him out of that unless his stats are really just pedestrian. And I don't see that being the case. Real quick, Ken, I just looked at my text. Shouts to Aaron Medley, unprompted, right? Like last we talked about was trying to maybe go to that Wemby Celtics game. It would have been on the same day as Super Wildcard Weekend opens up, that Saturday, January 10th. And I was backing out of it because I got to see those games unprompted. Yep. So that was, I think last week we talked about it. He just texted me this. I'm gonna read this word for word right here. Right, again, unprompted. I don't care what anyone says. Speaking about Wemby, about winning championships, MVP, whatever. I watched San Antonio versus Dallas, and Wemby is the best player ever. He's literally doing to this generation's NBA players what Russell and Chamberlain did to the NBA 50 years ago.
You can't. What can you say to argue it? Like, what can you say really to argue it? Like, what I can imagine that's what people thought when they saw Wilt. They're like, he's 7'1" and moving like that. He's jumping from the
brother.
free throw line and doing that.
We've never seen anything like this, and it's true. I mean, we're joking about it. Like I was joking about when I said that. Like if he starts catch blocking, going coast to coast, wrap the league up. But he's already doing this at 21.
Honestly.
Like if he really does reach his ceiling and stay healthy, GOAT conversation. I mean, we know that he's the best prospect ever. Him and LeBron and Kareem probably. Those are probably the best 3 prospects ever. Look what LeBron and Kareem gave you. They gave you longevity. If Wemby, with his freak athleticism on top of just his 7'5" frame with guard skills, with elite defense, he's already probably the best defensive player I've ever seen. Definitely the best defensive weapon I've ever seen. We didn't even have a conversation about defensive player of the year, and this kid's in his 3rd year. The fact that any one of us, these are just hoop fans having this conversation. Like the fact that we're having this conversation in year 3, and by the way, kid hasn't even had a playoff game to speak. He hasn't even had a play-in game, and we're all like, yeah, no, he's a one of one. Incredible. I get why you jump ship, Keenan.
Listen, hey, I don't like jump ship, but you
like
know
jump
what? I'll take it, but I don't like saying jump ship. Hey, I talk about this team every day. Shout out to Spurs Digest. I'll be talking about this team very soon. But, all right, MVP. So, there's a couple places you could go with it. Wemby's making a case already, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going back-to-back.
Yeah. As much as I want to go with Jokic, after seeing how good Jokic played last year and Shea still winning the award, I don't necessarily know if the NBA is going to do a make-right situation if the level of play is consistent with what it was last year. So for that reason, I'm also going to go Shea, because for Jokic to have as good as a season as he did last year and he didn't win it, I think it's clear what the standard is. The best player on the best team. So got to go Shea.
It might be Steph. He has 16 points in the first quarter after 42 last night in OT. It might just be Steph.
All right, Steph Curry it is then.
It might just be Steph. My goodness.
So once again, shout out to the Hype is Real podcast. But when they asked me my MVP last night, I was severely struggling with it. Mainly because I apparently had the disadvantage of watching a couple games. I think most of the summer I had this idea, and then after Eurobasket, I felt more confirmed. I was ready to come in here and pick Giannis. And I still might pick Giannis. And I kind of did pick Giannis last night. My caveat was, like Aaron Medley just said, shouts to Iceman, I saw what Wemby did against the Mavericks. And I literally cannot get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my head. I can't be convinced if that guy plays 70 games that he's not the MVP. I can't imagine them losing that much if that's a level of play we get out of Wemby. I'm going to stick.
Blue Jays look like they're winning game one. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
and two, Wemby missed.
Grand slam.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Blake Snell, for selling my my parlay.
Yeah, sold a couple of mine. And then two, I just want to say Wemby just got double teamed and missed a fall away from about 22 from about 21 in the corner. They're going to OT.
So it's 50.
I had Blake Snell over 4.5 strikeouts, and he only finished with 4.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Everything else hit.
Oh, it's like that. And I got a parlay in right now that the last leg is the Mavericks to beat the Wizards, and it looks like they're selling on that too. So I feel your pain. I'm truly struggling with this, because I literally, like, since the season ended last year, I'm like, oh, I could see Giannis winning it next year. He's going to put up stats. Then we saw how locked in he was at Eurobasket and preseason. Now, like, even as far as last week, I was like, yeah, Giannis. And then I saw what the fuck happened on Wednesday night with Wemby. I'm going to go Giannis, though. Give me Giannis. I think it's Wemby's to lose, though, after what we saw on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, listen, Giannis is going to put up his boring 31, 12, and 6 on 62% shooting, and it's going to be like, oh, this 46-48 win Bucks team is just doing this with Giannis being boring. And He's gonna get top 4
He's not the
MVP finish.
MVP.
I guess he's gonna be in the conversation. Boring. Like, I'm obviously
Boring.
joking about the fact that it's boring. It's just we don't talk about it.
Let's,
This man's
boring.
insane.
By the way, we
This man's
forgot to
insane.
do this on the last pod. Bold prediction. One bold prediction each.
Oh, quintuple double from Wemby. Absolutely, he's going five. He's going 5 by
10.
5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
5-10s, quintuple double, Wemby. Absolutely. The 5 by 5's too easy.
I'm gonna think of something super bold. Luka and or Anthony Edwards go for 70 points one game.
Brandon literally just took mine. But I might.
You said who?
I might double down. I was gonna go Luka 75 because he hit 73. Let me see if I can get another one here.
You said Ant 70?
Luka and or Anthony Edwards.
I like it. Okay, I'll give y'all this. I don't want to go Wemby because it's been like a Wemby friggin' glaze upon up here. Yeah. Let me go with. All right, whatever the team 3-point record is, which I think is the Celtics.
Celtics, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I think the Celtics break it, but that's kind of boring if they break it back-to-back years. Let me go with. No, fuck it. We'll look more insane if I double down because that was going to be mine. Give me Luka for 75 plus.
Luka for 75.
Yeah,
Love it.
What can we do?
Love it.
Listen, this was the Warner Brothas Podcast. This was part 2 of our NBA predictions. This is a very fun pod. We got to continue with this NBA series.
It was, yeah.
Love doing it. This was great. Like, subscribe, comment, keep up the comments. Love it. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram at Warner Brothas Podcast. We will be back Sunday reviewing these games. And we'll talk about picks in a sec, but we'll be back. Peace. Petty, are you able to do picks? Because you said you had to leave too.
I can do picks. I'm actually going to be staying in tonight.
Okay, cool.